Hey everybody, Plasma 1945 with you, and that was one of 6 kills I got in one single sortie, and you are going to see the whole flight here. I've got TAC view on the side, and I'm going to talk about what's happening, where I'm flying, and where I'm off to, and how I'm thinking engagements to ensure that I can support my friends and get the kills. So, leaving Tbilisi and heading up north towards Beslan. Up north, we have 2 allies that are engaged. That is Tenko, one of the guys from our Red Star Discord. We've also got Zaphod, a new member of the Red Star Discord as well, and getting his feet very wet. We've got the infamous operator Drewski, who is Winchester, and he is RTBing, he's out of fuel. And let's take a look at our hostile situation. There's one F-14 that's already launched 5 AIM-54 Phoenixes. Zaphod has an f-16 on his 6, and he is just dodging an AIM-9X right there. Awesome work by Zaphod. At the same time, there is that f-18 behind Zaphod as well, pushing in. From the north, there's another f-18 coming in towards Zaphod. So currently, there is 3 hostiles to 2 friendlies. Zaphod has 2 bandits on him, plus there's a 3rd one inbound. At this point, I'm just passing Drewski, and he is going evasive because he is getting the notifications from these AIM-54s having gone pitbull. One's at 6 miles, and I'm dragging it down. I'm actually losing altitude here and losing speed. Look at that drop in altitude. I'm coming down real quick, heading towards the deck as this AIM-54 has gone pitbull on me. It has wasted a lot of its speed because Llewellyn in his F-14 up north launched missiles way too early. So this missile is down to 0.64 Mach, but you still don't want to fly into it. I've hit the deck. I've just dropped 18,000 feet in a matter of a minute, and I'm dragging this missile away. Also, operator Drewski's pulling back, and the other SU-33 Viking is pulling back as well because they're detecting the missile launch. So it's definitely not a pretty situation. I've defeated the first AIM-54. Another AIM-54 is right above me. This one is also starting to drop. I think it might have tried to go pitbull, but it has no energy. Looks like it lost me because I was notching and dropping chaff. So let's forget about these missiles. Let's take a look at things that are happening. I'll show you what happens here. So I actually launch a missile too early on purpose, and here's why. Let's take a peek at Zaphod here. Let's switch over to him and switch over to these hostiles. Let's go into airplane view. Alright, so you see what that F-18 did? Zaphod is surrounded by 2 hostiles, 3 hostiles actually. Now, at this point, Zaphod is boxed in. He's got 1 guy east, 1 guy west. TJ Buckets lines up and starts to turn into Zaphod because he's picked him up on data link. Zaphod is busy engaging this other F-18. But if we go back and look at what this F-18 just did, very unusual. Let's get real close and let's see if you guys can figure out what's happening here. He's coming in, he's got Zaphod off of his wing. I think he has either radar or data link lock. He turns towards him. See that turn right there? He was just about to start pulling. As he pulls, he corrects, drops chaff, pulls away, and dives. What happened here? Why did he do that? Why did he not pursue Zaphod and get a kill? Really straightforward. At a range of 18 nautical miles, I've put in for a weapons override, and I launched a 27 ER on this hostile TJ Buckers. This ER, as soon as it was launched, the F-18 got RWR, that the missile's being launched on him. He also got the track of the missile on him. This forced TJ Buckers to break off his attack on Zaphod and turn away. What was the result of that? Let's take a look. The result of that is that Zaphod is now actively pursuing the 2nd bandit while TJ Buckers is going cold, and watch this setup. There's a launch by Zaphod on this F-18, and there's his kill. Now, could this have worked out differently? Possibly, because Zaphod was aware of what's happening around him, and all I had to do was just push back one of his enemies. I'm coming in hot towards them. Let's focus back on me. So here's my picture. I've got Zaphod here, 7 miles. I've got TJ Buckers right in front of me, and there's Burner coming in an F-16. Zaphod knows there's a hostile there. I've got a missile out on him, and it's a ET. It hits the mountain. Very unfortunate. Second launch. This ET goes for TJ Buckers, and I get a splash.
First blood.
Unfortunately, at this point, Zaphod gets killed by Burner by an A120. Right away, I pick up the f-16, that's Burner, engage him, fire a close-up R-73 shot that hits him in the cockpit, and he is out of there.
Double kill.
Next step, gotta turn around and gotta deal with another bandit. This bandit is going down the valley, right next to me. He loses me off of a data link by the looks of it. We are within 1.9 nautical miles, so real close. And that is another F-18. I line up and try to get on his 6 o'clock and get him in EO lock. At this point, I turn on my radar for just a moment just to get him to slow down. He was going real fast. But I launch an R-73, which goes for a smack and a kill.
Triple kill.
Back to situational awareness, really important. Gotta be aware at all times. I know that there's another plane coming in from the north. I know he's got to crest the mountain, and I can estimate where he is. Again, I hit the deck and do this loop for the second time. This F-16 does the exact same thing that the F-18 did. He goes right through the middle of the valley. Looks like he's lost data link contact on me. I come around, and again, electro-optical lock, radar is off, need to get him. There we go, I've got lock on him at this point, and it's just a matter of getting the kill. This guy's going Mach 1.0, I'm Mach 0.86, but the missile catches up to him and takes him out.
Multi-kill.
There you go, that's already splash 4. Let's get to 6. Back to situational awareness. I know that there is an F-18 coming in towards me. And I know there's another F-18 coming in towards me. I don't know what they are. All I know is that there is hostiles inbound. This one here is the Canadian Beast. He is the highest risk for me because he's coming hot. He's got some speed, and he is about 5,000, whereas I'm on the deck, right on the deck. Of course, I turn in towards him. My weapon state at this point is 1 heater. That is an R-73 with a fairly limited range of launch. I'm scanning for him, and he starts to drop off data link here. Now, the reason he's dropping off the data link, as you can see, is he is going for the mountains. So let's take a look at what he's doing here. He's using mountains to mask himself from our AWACS that is way up here. As you can see, AWACS has no signal on him at this point. Okay, so if AWACS can't see him, I don't have him on data link. I'm counting on figuring out which way is he going to go, which way is going to be his position and movement. So we're 13 nautical miles away, that's about 25 kilometers, and literally separated by some mountain ridges. Now I do get a break here for a moment, because as the Canadian Beast pulls through here, he's exposed to AWACS, and I get a signal on him. That is just enough, and look at my reaction. As soon as that data link update comes through, I re-vector myself and reposition to go and attack him. Let's turn back towards him here. Switch back to view from my side. At this point, I also think I got painted by their AWACS. Just for a moment. But I know that he is real close, so I need to get aggressive here. We're within 4 nautical miles. And I'm starting to get my push. Not sure what happened here. He was at 2,000 feet and I was at 1,000, so there was a 1,000 feet difference. I think at this point he missed me, but the AWACS picked me up. So he knows that there's a hostile right next to him. But what do? Is I duck into the mountains and change the direction I'm flying in. He got a temporary blip on the radar saying that, yeah, there's an AWACS contact here, but he's not sure where I just went. I sacrificed a lot of my energy to do this, and now he is in a search pattern looking for me. Again, the important thing here is situational awareness. Where is your hostile? Where is your bandit? Where are they going? What are they going to do? Now, the Canadian Beast could have had a bit of teamwork here, and he could have actually gotten a kill, or his friend could have gotten a kill, because there's F-18 Burrito, who is literally 9 miles away from us, flying hot towards both of us. The problem is Burrito goes down into the weeds, and I think at the closest here we pass within about 5 or maybe even 4 miles from each other. But Burrito's in the weeds and he has no idea that his friend is in big trouble here. Burrito just continues on his way and goes south. The Canadian Beast is probably, if he's got his AWACS on, they're telling him that he is merged. And he doesn't quite realize that he's merged until he sees the second round of guns shoot right past his cockpit and he goes panicky. So there's that move where he freaks out and realizes that he is in trouble. At this point, we're less than a kilometer apart, 3,000 feet, very close. And we're in a tight turn now. Let's take a look. Where is his friend? His friend is still flying through the mountains, completely oblivious, within 3 miles of us. If Burrito had turned around at this point and engaged me, I'd be dead. That would have been a 2-on-1 with fully loaded planes. I would have been gone, and this video would not continue. But this is my 5th target out of 6, so let's make sure I can show you how I get him. Staying on him and firing rounds. It's extremely difficult to shoot in the SU-27 when the bandit's below you because your IRST pod is covering him up. Again, he's going for more maneuvers, trying to climb, going vertical. He's inverting here. I'm keeping up with him. Let's bring up the data labels. Canadian Beast picks up a little bit of speed here. I'm sticking right on him, trying to get that shot, and there's the first hit. At less than 1,000 feet, he loses more airspeed, additional hits, and he's wiped out.
Unstoppable.
This would be a good time to go back. I see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 friendlies coming in. There's a couple of hostiles behind them, but I've got an awesome defense grid. Plus, there's Drewski, there's Robot Miner, there's Cypher. This is fantastic. Shout out to Cypher. He is an awesome awesome pilot as well. There you go. Too much talking here. All right, so I pick up another hostile here, and that is Chaos. Chaos is too busy launching on Thor, who came in for a quick sweep, and now he's going cold. He's got missiles out on him. Tanko is also pushing Chaos, but Tanko's in the weeds. I'm not sure that he's there, so at this point, I've got a fairly simple solution. I need to make sure that Thor can get away and that I can waste my last missile. Let's get rid of these labels and take a peek at what happens here. I go for a lock and go for a head-on launch at about 5 miles. R-73 is launched. this guy's going to have a really bad day because he's got an R-73 coming his way. He's got a 27 RE. He's got an A120. There's a splash, and that is 6 planes splashed. All about teamwork, situational awareness, and a little bit of luck. This could have been 5, it could have been 4 if that F-18 didn't pay attention to me, and, well, if he did pay attention, I'd be in trouble. But he didn't, so I'm happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go full burner because I've got tons of fuel, pick up altitude and head home, and let operator Drewski, Semichki, and Robot Miner take over. And of course, if you've enjoyed this video so far, learned something new and interesting, or have comments and feedback, drop it in the chat, subscribe, like, and I'll keep making more. Look at all these red planes. Well, except for my crazy ass flying there. But yeah, pretty awesome. Some beautiful work there, and I left some really crazy trails here. Look at all that crazy flying I did. But anyhow, there you have it. That is how the battle was won, how I made it home safe, and another successful flight.